Hello, good morning, students. Yesterday we have a see that a introduction of a syllabus of a FYBSc botany that are the CBCS pattern. From today we are going to start our actual syllabus or the chapter number first. Before I want to ask you one things. Before the learning this chapter, we should be know about the clear idea about the plant morphology and anatomy. Plant morphology, it is nothing but the study of external character, and the plant anatomy, it is nothing but the study of internal character. Myself, Professor Barwanti MM, on the behalf of a Department of Botany, Sanjeevani Arts Commerce Science College, Kopargaon. I am going to deliver today's lecture on the plant morphology. First, this is the first chapter from the credit first, that are the introduction to the morphology. In this chapter, we are going to see the two main points. First, introduction to morphology, definition of morphology, and the types of morphology. That are the concept we are going to see in today's lecture. And next lecture we are going to see importance of morphology in a different branches. Let's start. What is the morphology? It is a branch which deals with the study of a external character of a plant. That is known as a plant morphology. That concept are very easy. It is a branch which deals with the study of a external character of a plant is known as a plant morphology. Simple. Are you getting definition? That means the external character. External character means the character of leaf, character of flower, character of a stem. That character is known as the external character. By the only seeing the object, by the only seeing that plant, you can recognize or determine the character. How that character? Such as the flower. In a flower, color of flower, then parts of flower, then leaf, color of leaf, leaf venation, leaf leaf margin, leaf venation, that can be easily determined. That character, it is included in a plant morphology. Are you getting that the plant morphology? Then the concept of a plant morphology. Plant morphology can be studied in the two basic ways, that are the descriptive morphology and the interpretive morphology. I have previously or the yesterday I have explained the plant morphology can be studied by the two ways, descriptive and interpretive. Descriptive means the object or the plant are described with the help of their external character, that is known as a descriptive morphology. And interpretive morphology, that means with a relation. For example, there are two plants are given. Interpretive morphology gives the relation with the morphological character between that two plant, that is known as the interpretive. Are you getting that? Descriptive means we have described the morphological character of a plant, and interpretive we have interpret the relationship between the two plant in sense of a morphology. Let's see what are the descriptive morphology. It is a branch of biology which deals with the study of forms and the structure of organism without considering their function is known as a descriptive morphology. Simple concept are given descriptive morphology. I have previously explained descriptive morphology. It is nothing but the study of forms and the structure of a organism. Forms means plant having the different forms, form to unicellular to multicellular, from smallest form to the largest form. For example, algae having the very smallest in forms, and the banyan tree having the very largest form. Descriptive morphology study their forms and the structure, how that organism are. For example, algae are very small, banyan tree or the any dicot plant tree, it is a larger tree. Then structure, algae having the thalloid structure, and banyan tree or the dicot plant body distributed into root, stem, leaf. Descriptive morphology only study the structure and the forms of a organism, not their function. There is no need of their function or study, only their forms and structure are studied in a descriptive morphology. In a descriptive morphology, plant describe on their structure and the forms of a plant. Simply, plant describe their structure and the forms. Description done on the basis of the two cases. Description of plant are done by the two cases, that are the minor description or the minor character and the major description or a major characters. Is that clear? Plant description done on two bases, minor description and the major description. Let's see major description. Major, in sense major, that means a very important, and minor, that are the less important. Major character or the major description of the plant, that are the root, stem, leaf and the flower character, that are the major characters. Okay, and the minor characters, scale, hairs, ornamentation, spiny outgrowth, that are the minor characters. That are the special description of a descriptive morphology. Is that clear? Major character, major character, that means they have a easily seen character or the more probable seen character, that is known as major character. And the minor character, that character when observe only when we do the very peculiar study, that means very deep study, we can observe that character. For example, scales, hairs, ornamentation, spiny outgrowth, that are the minor character. Descriptive morphology deals with the vegetative as well as the reproductive characters. Let's see what are the vegetative and what are the reproductive character. Vegetative characters that associated with the vegetative organ, that means leaf, root and the stem. And the reproductive character that are associated with the reproductive organ, such as a flower and a seed. Descriptive morphology gives the general description without comparison. Descriptive morphology gives the general ideas about the plant structure and the forms without their comparison. In descriptive morphology, there is not need to the comparison. Only we have to describe all character of a plant. Descriptive morphology tells that the overall architecture of a plant. We have know the architecture, it is branch, that is the construction of a buildings and the plots in the urban areas, that is the architecture. Same way, descriptive morphology tells overall architecture of the plant. How are the root character, how are the stem character, how are the leaf character and how are the flower character. Descriptive morphology give the overall architecture of a plant. That is the overall about the descriptive morphology. Let's see interpretive morphology. I have explained the descriptive morphology, it is nothing but the description of a plant, and interpretive morphology, it is nothing but the with the comparison of a two plant we get a relationship between these two plant. Let's see the definition of a interpretive morphology. In this study, morphological character with their origin, development, phylogeny and the growth pattern, that is considered as a interpretive. Same concept I have explained, but I was telling that in very easy words, but here are the some scientific words are used. Let's see. Interpretive morphology is the origin, development and phylogeny and the growth patterns. Origin, let's see, origin means what? Where from it is started, that is known as origin. Development, phylogeny and the growth pattern. Growth pattern, that means that grow in a which direction, which place, that is the growth pattern. Then phylogeny is nothing but the evolutionary tree diagram. Phylogeny, for example, firstly, monkey, from the monkey human are the evolve, that pattern are draw in the form of a tree, that is known as a phylogeny. And development, it is nothing but the conversion of one state to the another state. And the origin, it is nothing but the same way, our origin, it is a monkey. Same way, plants have origin from the water ancestor, that are the origin, development, phylogeny and the growth pattern. Simple way you can remember that interpretive morphology, it is nothing but the relationship morphology. Okay, is that clear? Phylogeny, it is a diagrammatic representation of a evolutionary pattern. Is that clear? Phylogeny, it is nothing but the diagrammatic representation of a evolutionary patterns. How plants are evolved, or the how man are evolved. Evolve means from monkey we are evolved. Okay, from monkey our ancestor is a monkey, from that we are evolved. Same as a plant having some origin. For example, water ancestor, that are the algae. From the algae, dicot plant are the originated. On the basis of knowledge of origin and the development, we are correlated, assign them into specific taxonomic group. For example, the particular species. On the basis of the knowledge of the plant origin, okay, on the basis of the knowledge of plant origin and the development, we are correlated and then assigned as a specific in a taxonomic group. Simple concept are given on the basis of the plant origin. For example, there are the two plant series given, but that origin are the one. For that purpose, they are included in the one taxonomic group. Simple concept are given, such as a particular species. For example, there are the two plants are given. Two are the dicotyledon plants. One is a hibiscus, another is a mango. Their character having the similar. For example, their leaf venation, they also reticulate in hibiscus and the reticulate in a mango. For that purpose, that growth character having the similar, we get a conclusion that arises from a same ancestor, and we can conclude that that originated from the only one organism, and hence that organism or that plant is included in a dicotyledon taxonomic group. Simple concept are given. The outcome of morphology in a ecological status and the physiological condition. The outcome morphological, it depend upon the ecological status and the physiological condition. What is ecology? Ecology I have explained previously. It is nothing but the how plants or the organism interact in a specific environment, that is known as the ecological status. And the physiology, it is nothing but the how plant are perform their function in their body, that is known as the physiological condition. And our sentence, that are the outcome of morphology is depend upon the ecology and physiology. Is that clear? If there are physiology, it is very good. Physiology is very good, they grow more. If there are ecology is very good, they also grow more. But they do not respond in a specific environment and do not perform the specific function in that body, they do not grow well, due to which they do not exhibit specific morphological characters. Let's see, the specific morphological variation are used to analyze to take a certain decision. Specific morphological variation are used to the analyze to take a certain decision. The similarities and the differences in a morphological structure. Similarities and differences in a morphological structure between the plant groups to define their phylogeny. That means the similarities and the differences in a plant group which we can conclude their phylogeny. That means evolutionary trends with the help of similarities and the differences. Let's see, we have see the different plant groups. Okay, that groups we are going to study in a paper first, that are the plant diversity. Generally, plant are classified into two groups. First, it is a cryptogams, and second, it is a phanerogams. Let's see, cryptogams and phanerogams are classified on the basis of their body structure. Cryptogams having the thalloid body, okay, and the phanerogams having the plant body distribution into root, stem and leaf. Okay, when we are going to see, they again classify into different subdivision, such as the cryptogams are classified into the 5 types, that are the algae, fungi, lichen, bryophyte, pteridophyte. And the phanerogams, it is classified into 2 types, that is the gymnosperm and the angiosperms. Let's see, what are algae. Algae are the organism which live in water and which are the green in color, so that prepare their own food material. That means aquatic and the autotrophic organism is called as a algae. Then second, for example, firstly on the earth, the first organism, the first plant organism are the algae. After that, from algae, fungi are originated. Fungi are originated, that means from algae fungi are the form, it is correct, but they have some changes or the development in the algal form. How that are? Let's see. Fungi, it is a it is a heterotrophic organism, and it gets nutrition from the different organism. Okay, it is a non photosynthetic and the heterotrophic organism that are included in the fungi. From that fungi, there is a next organism is originated, that are the lichen. Lichen is nothing but the combination of the algal and the fungal member, that are the form of the lichen. And this origination, it is not depend upon the year, month, it is depend upon the centuries. After 1 centuries, from the algae fungi are the form, from the fungi lichen are the form, and from the lichen there are the some changes in their plant body, that are the bryophyte generally mosses. Plant body, it is a thalloid, but it develop a leaf like structure, that is known as a frond in a bryophyte. From the bryophyte, pteridophyte are arises, mostly we called as a fern. It is also called as a first vascular plant. In some manner, root, stem, leaf are arises in such plant, that are included as a cryptogams. And from cryptogams, phanerogams are arises. Phanerogams, that means a plant body is clearly differentiated into root, stem and leaf. After that, gymnosperm and the angiosperm are included in the phanerogams. Let's see what are the gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm and angiosperm are classified into two groups on the basis of the flowering condition. Gymnosperm, it is a non-flowering plant, and the angiosperm, it is a flowering plant. All near the our surrounding angiosperm plant are, which are hibiscus, mango, that are included in the angiosperm, and gymnosperm, cycas, that are included in that kingdom or in that group. In this way, we can see the character of each group, we can see the similar character. Let's see. First group, algae, that are the thalloid body. For that purpose, they arises or the originated firstly from that fungi character having the similar like lichen character, so that the lichen is originated. Lichen and bryophyte character having the similar, so that the bryophyte arises from the lichen, and the bryophyte and pteridophyte character are similar in some manner, so that they arises from the bryophyte. And the last, pteridophyte characters and the gymnosperm angiosperm character are the similar. For that purpose, they arises the gymnosperm, and the angiosperm and gymnosperm character are in the very much similar. For that purpose, they arises from the gymnosperm. But that are the similar character. With the help of similar character, we can guess the ancestor. But difference character, we cannot guess the ancestor. For example, character of algae and the character of angiosperm, it is a totally different. For that purpose, we can guess the ancestor of algae and the ancestor of angiosperm, it is a different. Ancestor of algae is the cryptogams, and the ancestor of the angiosperm, that are the phanerogams. The morphological similarities between angiosperm and a gymnosperm Netum shows the similar characters such as the reticulate venation on leaf, bisexual flower, so that we can take a decision. Angiosperm have evolved from the gymnospermic group. Netum is called as a Paraangiosperms. I have explained the ancestor. It is determined with the help of a similar character. One of the member of a gymnospermic group, that is the Netum, that showing the similar character of a angiosperm. Which are that character? Leaf having the reticulate venation and the flower are the bisexual. For that purpose, nitum is known as a paraangiosperm. Okay, that are the actual concept on the basis of the similar character. Nitum showing the similar character like a angiosperm, so that the nitum is known as a paraangiosperm. The morphological character of the Ginkgo biloba having the angiosperm like ovule, hence also conclude that the angiosperm evolved from the Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba is the one type of plant. It is one type of a gymnospermic or the fossil plant that having the similar character like a angiosperm. Hence we can conclude or the decide that the angiosperm have evolved from the Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba is a fossil plant, fossil gymnospermic plant. The similarities in a vegetative and the reproductive character of a different groups of angiosperm have used to find their origin. Similarity in a vegetative as well as a reproductive character which are helpful to the assign their origin of a specific genus or the specific species. This is about today's lecture. In this lecture we have see what is the morphology, types of morphology, descriptive morphology, interpretive morphology. If you have any doubt, comment below the section. And to getting this video of a YouTube of FYBSc, please subscribe my channel and the share and the forward in your friend circle. Thank you.